Hey loves, so I am stepping officially into my new era of becoming an art professional, and today I'm going to take you in the behind the scenes glimpse of my business strategy and plan. So the reason I created a art business plan strategy is because I don't want to be a hobby artist. And I am a small business owner. I am a jewelry designer for a brand called Lila in the Sky. I have been selling for 7 years for shops all over Europe, also in different places around the world. And so I know that it's important to have a business outlook into the arts, and I want to be able to sell original paintings and also prints. So I'm going to take you behind the scenes of everything that I have planned for myself, because maybe this could be also something that might help you with your art business. So the first thing I've done is I've created for myself a website on Shopify. It's all ready. I have just not launched it because, please don't judge me, it's Mercury retrograde, and I never launch anything during Mercury retrograde because yes, I am superstitious. And so I have created my shop on Shopify because that's what I've always used for my jewelry brand. And I love Shopify because I have the experience with it. It is just so easy to use. I love the way that it's quite easy and intuitive. So I'm not a coder. I just want an easy website that I can maintain myself, that I don't need to outsource for somebody to do that part for me. So that's another reason I chose Shopify. And so on my Shopify, all I've got listed so far are my original paintings, which I've had professionally photographed. And that's all I have on my website so far. I don't want to get my website perfect. I just want to get it launched with the products that I already have, which are my original art. So after I launch my website and I feel more settled, I'm going to then start looking for different print companies to be able to create prints of my originals. So at this moment, I have in mind either Printify or Gelato. I'm going to be testing the quality to see if the colors match, if they look good, and if I would myself put these in my house. And the reason that I'm not wanting to make my own prints, to buy a printer, to invest in a printer and to make my own prints, is because of having my experience with my jewelry brand. I have always shipped every piece of jewelry. I always had to store my inventory. And to be honest, I no longer want to do this. I don't want to be shipping my art because I find it very draining, and I know how it is to be shipping when it's high season, when everybody is buying your products so that they can gift them for Christmas and Black Friday. I want to save my peace of mind and not ship anymore from home. And even if this means that I will have a smaller margin, for me at this moment, I am giving more value to my peace of mind and to be able to give myself more time to the things that I do love, which is the creation process, the process of creating my paintings, instead of spending my time shipping, because I know how it is time consuming and draining. I have done this for 7 years, and so this is why I am going with a company that does the inventory, printing, and shipping for me. So this is something I will be adding to my website. So once I have my prints all streamlined and done and dusted on my website, I'm gonna follow up with all of my shop clients and pitch them my prints. I'm also already in different B2B marketplaces, so I understand the wholesale universe really well, as I've been doing this for a long time with my jewelry business. And so I'm going to see if I can get my prints into different shops, into concept stores, I'm going to be calling and messaging and emailing a lot of my old clients, my shop clients, to see if they would like to work with my prints, because the audience hasn't changed. My jewelry brand and my paintings have the same audience, which is the mystical woman who loves to bless her home. Her jewelry is mystical and blessing herself with this jewelry. So my paintings are for blessing the home. So I want to see if the same clients that I have already partnered with, who already know me, if they want to work with my prints. So another thing I'm going to add to my website is I'm going to have a section for commissions where people can contact me to have portrait commissions made, and the same thing, either portraits of themselves or portraits of their loved ones, or sacred art and ritual art, altar art to put in their homes. So I'm going to have a section for commissions. I'm going to be taking commissions. I've already had requests for commissions. So this is something that I will also add to my website, is a section for commissions. So another thing I'm going to be doing for my art business is I'm going to be sending regular newsletters and growing my email list. So I already have an email list of loyal customers who know me, who have been following my journey as a jewelry designer. And as I mentioned, they are the same audience as the people who would be buying my paintings. So one of my VIP loyal clients, loyal customers from my jewelry brand was the first one to buy a piece of altar art for her altar. And so I already had the confirmation that my audience for my jewelry, for my mystical jewelry, is the same audience for the mystical art that I do. And these are people that have been following me. They know who I am. They liked that my jewelry was already very artistic, very different, and had its own style and signature look. And so this is something that I will be doing regularly. I'll be nurturing my email list and hoping to grow it even more so. So with my email list, when I was selling jewelry, it was a high conversion email list. So owning your email list is one of the most important marketing tools, because you don't own your social media. If your Instagram gets hacked today, you lost all of those people. You cannot contact these people, but with your email list, you can. And so this is one of the most important things I think there is for anybody who is selling either their services, products, and art, is to have a email list. So I will be nurturing my email list with offers, with stories of my paintings, so that my clients and collectors can hear from me and I don't have to depend on any algorithm. I am working on streamlining my art practice so that I can become faster at my art production, and also because I like to paint fast. So one of the things that I would like to do is to be able to participate more in different exhibitions and art fairs, to be able to sell my art in these art fairs, and also this way I can also continue to grow my email list. And so as I mentioned, I am streamlining my art process so that I can become faster in my production. This is something that actually excites me. I want to be able to paint faster and to be able to produce more, because I do love to paint fast. I do love to create all the time. So this is not a problem for me. This actually excites me. So part of the plan is to be able to do more art salons, art fairs, and to exhibit more of my art. Another thing I will be doing to diversify my income is that I want to be able to teach a little bit about how I make paints. The reason why is that I get a lot of requests for how I make my paints, and also because in the past, I did a lot of sip and dips, which are these classes which you teach step-by-step painting with a glass of wine or a cup of coffee. I used to do these regularly. And so I have clients that already love my classes, that have already requested me to continue giving classes. So this is something that I'm going to bring into my art business as well. Is also I'm going to share my skills and my knowledge and how to make my natural pigments. So this is something I believe all artists can do, because people always want to learn skills and people are generally interested in education. So I will be teaching how to make natural pigments and hopefully also write a book about it. So the last piece missing of my art business strategy is my dreamy high ticket offer. So for this dreamy high ticket offer, I'm going to be doing bespoke retreats here in the south of France where I live, where people can come, try some wine tasting, be fed delicious foods, and to do art. I want to be able to take people to the most beautiful places here in the south of France, where we can forage all of the things that we need to create pigments and paints, and also how to work with natural pigment mixed media to create beautiful pieces of art. I have in mind beautiful places that I want to take people here in the south of France. And I already participated in 2 retreats. They were not art retreats, but I have done workshops for already 2 retreats of teaching people a little bit about the art of natural pigment art, and people absolutely love it. So this is something that I want to create. I want to create the art retreat of my dreams, the one that I would feel excited to go to, that I would dream to go to. So I want to create this dream offer high ticket retreat here in the south of France. I already know the venue. I want to do plein air painting, pigment making, show people the production of the fleur de pastel flower, which is a local pigment used by the ancient Cathars here in the south of France, traditionally used for centuries. So this is my high ticket vision for myself, is these bespoke retreats where people will experience France and art and epic food, epic wine, all of the things that a local from the area can show people that are not from France and people who love art as well. I almost forgot to mention this, and this is really, really important, but in my Shopify shop, in my website, I want to be able to include different price ranges so that anybody can buy my art. So obviously my original art will be more expensive, and if people cannot afford my original art or have a commission done with me, there's going to be the option of original art that is sketches and also prints. So there's going to be art available for all budgets, and I've already tested and know what price I'm going to be selling my original art. So my 50 by 50 pieces start at around 600 euros. The reason I put this price is because it's the price that I felt comfortable with selling my art. I didn't want to sell it for less. And I'm also not a huge art megastar that can be selling her paintings at 10K. So this is a price that I have already been selling. I will also have original art that is smaller pieces that will be a little bit cheaper than that. But I've already tested this price of around 600 euros for this size of painting, and I've already sold 2, so I know that this is the correct just price that people are willing to pay for my art. And hopefully in the future, as I get more skilled, as I get more known in my niche, in my area, I can hopefully put my prices up. But that is something that I needed to mention because it's a really important topic. Everybody wants to know how to sell their art. In the beginning, I was selling my art. They were tiny little pieces. I would sell them at around 60 euros. And now with time, with skill, I have been able to get to the point that they are worth a little bit more because I have grown in skill. So don't make the mistakes that I see a lot of artists doing, that they make one painting one time and they already want to put it at 400, 600 euros. Because in the beginning, you just want to sell. Get the confirmation first that you are selling. If you're selling, then you can increase your prices, and then you can start playing with different price ranges, see what people are willing to buy and not willing to buy. So this is how I've experimented with my own prices for selling my art. I've seen artists that are complete beginners putting up a painting at 400 euros and nobody's gonna buy it because they used a dollar shop paint. They don't know what they're doing yet. There is no skill. They're doing an abstract today and then a portrait the next day. Don't do that mistake. Start selling your practice before you get to the point that you are selling your art, if that makes sense. So this is my art business plan and strategy with my jewelry brand. When I started it 7 years ago, this is how I did it. I just went step by step, little by little. So this is how I am doing my art business. I'm starting with one thing and then I'm going to add bit by bit little pieces to have different offerings and different income streams. So I hope that this glimpse of my personal art business plan has been helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if it did. I would love to hear if it did. So as usual, short and sweet. I would love to ask you to hit like and subscribe, and see you next time. Mwah!